Alright, XCal is finally back, guys. Guys, XCal is here. We can finally play. I like Uber Otter's humor. 100, 99, 2, and then 1. That's cute. Alright, so when are these boys gonna zoom out? There we go. Now we can finally introduce the players. Bottom left-hand side, it's Maximus with Conts. Top left-hand side, it's going to be Gymshark with Fluffy. Top right-hand side, it's Your Mom with XCal. And bottom right-hand side, it's going to be Vince with Andrew. Taking a look at the units. Holy shit, everybody and their mom is going for Spectre. The only oddball is Maximus. Holy shit. He should have just went, well, it's not like he knew what they were all going to go, but he should have went in Zerglings. He would have countered everybody. Alright, so a scan does go down at the bottom Zelnaga Tower. And it looks like Maximus might be able to win this one. Some really strange microing. It's like totally useless microing happening. Another fight between Fluffy and Your Mom. Surprisingly, Fluffy was strong enough to defeat that army. It looked like Your Mom was trying to split to get this top side, but he ended up losing some of his army there. And guys, you do not want Fluffy to get strong early on. He tends to snowball. Alright, so we could finally have some fighting here. Scan does go down. Gymshark fighting off Conts. It looks like now Your Mom versus Fluffy. XCal holding middle. Some fighting going on at the Zelnaga Tower. I think this is actually really good for Maximus. This can't be good for Andrew. He is so clumped up together. And XCal still holding middle. Vince possibly going to push forward. He has a huge army here. He could actually take out Your Mom if he's smart enough and avoids XCal. We'll see if his partner backs him up. But Maximus still has a huge army. Oh my gosh, let's take a look at the points.
Are under attack.
So it looks like Maximus, yes, he did gain the advantages over Andrew fighting for that Zelnaga Tower, but it's actually still very even. Fluffy, not in his classic black anymore, he's purple, so I'm going to have to get used to that. He does have a teeny weeny lead. And taking a look at the units, we have a Ghost coming out from Gymshark, the Infestor coming out from Fluffy, and look at this, 2 Raven. Okay, so we might see some double Raven play later on from XCal, and this is strange. It looks like Vince has decided to go with the double, triple, no, quad Reaper. We'll see if he will be able to use them effectively. Heat-seeking does go down on Fluffy's units. Meanwhile, Maximus still... Oh my gosh, he's totally feeding on Andrew. With the superior position that he has more units than Andrew does. And Andrew tends to clump up here on the hill, which means Maximus basically has free range, and he's getting so much feed. Conts, speaking of feed, pretty much just fed top left. He fled Fluffy from that fungal. Nice fungal from the Fluffer. And we have a Ghost building for Your Mom. So even more Ghosts out on the field. We have 2 Ghosts, the Infestor. Finally 2 Raven coming out from Andrew. Now that's actually going to help him secure that position with the double Raven. We'll see if he puts down some turrets. And another big fungal on Vince. Oh no, did he lose? I think he lost some of his Reapers. I only see one. Now I see two. Yeah, I think he lost some of them. Let's take a look. He did. He ended up losing 3 Reapers. He bought 1 Reaper. Some scans going down. Your mom having a superior position here. The EMP does go down, but totally missed. So that fungal, oh, it does connect an Excal, losing so much. Oh my gosh, these units are so low. He's going to be able to pick them off. This is bad. He did not retreat them. It seemed that he was too busy microwing these units here. And look, whoa, what is this? Triple tank early on. Now that's actually really, really good. If units try to go in and attack the tank, it's usually not very effective because it has 850 freaking hit points. So having triple tank there is actually really good. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do with it. He does siege up. He's got to be careful though. Both teams want a piece of him. And look at it, just like that, he is going to push back Fluffy. Meanwhile, Maximus is taking a stab at Gymshark, and his units are getting so strong. He has concussive shells. He might possibly be gearing up to go Marauder. We'll see if he does transition into that or if he stays at Marauder. Yes, Gonnerstrom, I saw it. I know who you are. So I'm just going to start calling you Uber now instead of Goner. How about that? Lots of turrets going down from Excal. He is going to be able to feed on these units. And surprisingly, deciding to put the siege tanks up in the spot, I think he's going to be just fine if he keeps them on the low ground. I mean, nothing is going to be able to touch it. Not for now, anyways. Fluffy going out with those Goliaths early. This is an opportunity for the other team to counter. There are Marauders now out for Maximus. What are these teams going to do? In fact, I'm going to take a look at the tabs here. Let's see if I can see the upgrades. We have Spectres. What are they upgrading? Support towers, Goliath, still Spectres, so they haven't upgraded. We have actually a Dark Templar out for Cons. He's going to try that same gameplay, that same style that he did last time. And Fluffy saying rip. I'm not quite sure what he was saying rip to. But obviously the support towers will help these players get out more mercs. I don't know if it works on Marines. I have stemmed my CC before. I don't think it works. I'm not even sure if it works towards heroes. I know in Marine Arena US it does, but I don't know if it'll work here. And actually Maximus, that was a bad position there. Vince with a superior army, he just did not have enough. He's going to have to wait until he has more supply. In fact, I'm not even sure where his supply went to. That's no bueno. And Andrew with the super risky Raven. Holy shit. He could have lost that if he overextended it. Meanwhile, look at this. Oh my gosh, there's a huge battle. Excal versus Gymshark versus Andrew versus the world. Holy crap. That was not a good position for Excal. And there's so many scans going down. Look at this. We have the double DT coming out from Const. We have seen him use this before. Oh, is he going to be able to get those Reapers? He might be waiting to push out those Reapers. There he goes. There's one Void. Is he going to get off the other? No, he doesn't, but he does pick off one. He does get one Reaper. The others are a little bit low. And Maximus, with those upgraded Marauders, is going to be able to take the bottom Zelnaga Plateau. And Fluffy is actually kind of feeding Cons here a little bit. That was some strange movement by Fluffy. Some strange AI. I'm not quite sure what was happening there, but he did lose units. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Let's look at the APM tab since it was mentioned in chat. There you go, now you can see it. Currently Gymshark, the highest APM ever. And Gymshark still showing he's got a ton of APM. In fact, Maximus's APM jumped incredibly high. It looked like Andrea was trying to come in from behind, but Fluffy took care of it real quick. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's take a look at the units on the field. So I do not see an Infestor. Let's see if it is being rebuilt. No, it's actually not. So he might be ditching the Infestor, and that's... Gee, that's probably because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ghosts out. Double Raven. Oh my gosh. So this may not be, you know, the absolute best for heroes right now. It's a little bit of a hostile environment, I would say. So perhaps that's why he's choosing not to get out the hero. And Kant's still feeding. This is so strange. Let me look at the points tab. Okay, somehow Kant's is behind, even though he's been feeding a little bit on Fluffy in some of these engagements.
Our allies are in combat.
That is so strange. It's almost as if Fluffy is just that damn good. He's like, that's fine, I'll just do some strange movement where I don't attack, I lose units, and somehow I'm just gonna get a fuckload of money. That's just how it's gonna be. So Maximus stimming here, he is going straight on... Okay, so speaking of more strange movement, he just double stimmed and ran right into Gymshark's units, effectively losing all of those Marines. Is that going to be that big of a deal? No, he's probably doing it on purpose, but still, I mean, shit. Alright, Seeker Missile does go down. Ooh, it looks like he got... He's got 6 kills there, it looks like. So, not bad at all. Might as well take a look at the points, because I know how you guys love the points. Fluffy's still in a lead, Maximus not that far behind, and Vince in third. In fact, Kans is slowly coming back up, now tied with Gymshark. That might be the best thing he can do, is feed on Gymshark a little bit, as that is pretty much his equal. And look at this huge drop. Maximus is destroyed. Once again, Constant, it seems like his units are just not behaving like they need to, and losing everything. That could either be mismicroing, or, you know, I'm not sure. Could have been a bad relay. Perhaps he attacked too far past the army, because the units were just running. They weren't even shooting. And Excal coming in and feeding. Oh, nice. Nice Seeker by Andrew. He's just like, fuck that army. I'm going to use Seeker on it. No big deal. And this is so strange. So your mom getting those 3 siege tanks early, but unfortunately not very effective. He's chosen to play very defensively rather than offensively with him, and I think that's a little bit of a mistake. I think he should have started using them a bit more offensively. It is going to basically grant him this vision. This is basically free. There's no way that Andre is going to be able to do anything, as you can see, but he's going to start dropping down behind because he's not really using them to any great effect. There he goes. Now they're in a much better position. In fact, he even has 2 armor for them. That is crazy. So he definitely could use them much more offensively. But my only issue is that he should have used them earlier, because now the units are stronger than ever as more time passes. We're at the 21-minute mark. They have more upgrades. So as he falls behind, they're just not quite as effective. Excuse me. Okay, so he has 1 siege tank. It's a little far out in the open. He needs to be careful. Okay, that splash damage could hurt it too. I'm not sure if he's using it as a little bit of a bait or what, but this is nice. Okay, so now he's starting to use them to much better effect. And Xcal coming out with Wraith? Alright. Very interesting. A lot of scans going down. He does have that double DT. If he's caught out alone, he could pretty much destroy all of Andrew's units. More siege tank effectiveness, and I like that they're being backed up by the Wraith. This makes them even more powerful. I wouldn't even put any more armor in it. I would start actually upgrading my attack. If anything. He definitely doesn't need more armor on them. A nice drop by Fluffy. Looks like Maximus going to lose a portion of his army here. Meanwhile, Vince trying to gain control a little bit of that right side Xel'Naga Tower. We'll see if your mom decides to unsiege to reclaim that vision. Probably doesn't really need it so far. And look at this. Some destroyers coming out with 2 armor. That is always nice to have on destroyers, because they also have shields, which do benefit from the armor, so there's at least a positive out of that, but I do want to see more attack upgrades. Andrew now with this Raven, what is he going to do? He's going to do a Seeker Missile and get, it looked like 4 kills, maybe 5. He does put down a turret, but I think that Maximus just has a much stronger army. That splash, and this is not very good for Vince. He's actually in a really bad position here. There we go. He does drop. He now has a better concave, so this is a much better position for him. But those Marauders did feed a little bit. Remember, they do have tons of splash damage, so he could, oh, he could feed so much right here. And he is. No, this is bad for Vince. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, man. And Vince deciding to type rather than backing out like he should have. Conce's DTs are feeding like crazy. Maximus was getting good feed. That was terrible for Vince. Oh no, and there's even a drop down from turrets on Vince. His army supply is super low. He's down to 163. That was super, super bad for Vince. And if I were Vince, I would be pissed off. This is actually a really, really nice combination. So the destroyers are going to help against the Goliaths. As long as Fluffy doesn't get too far ahead, that's going to really, really help out as destroyers do extra damage to Goliaths. And Xcal, once those Goliaths are contended with, Xcal with his air is going to be able to do some damage. Now, I've said it before, I know you guys know what I'm going to say, but army supply is key, and he can't lose too much of it, as he just did here. He lost over 100 supply to that engagement. It's a whole different story when you've got 900 frickin' supply, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys do decide to go air, please wait to use it. These little engagements are not worth it. He just lost another ship. There is strength in numbers with air, so stop it. Stop doing it. I know it's important to stay in the game, but it's also important to keep that supply. Because now he has to play the wait game. And he's also going to have to chrono them out. It takes so long to get air. Almost like a double-edged sword, really. One of the greatest disadvantages to air is the incredibly long wait time in order to get a full supply. But then one of the great advantages of air is having the full supply, so understandably slow, but necessary so that it's not so OP. Couple engagements for the Xel'Naga Tower, and did I just click? That was weird, I'm so sorry. I just made like a clicking noise in my mouth. And those 3 siege tanks still holding up just fine. He does finally have 1 attack. He just has 1 attack upgrade. That is so strange. I wonder what he's upgrading. Perhaps health? He might be trying to play as defensively as he can so that Excal's race can be the primary damage dealer. And he is almost at 400 supply, so that's better than what it was. And oh no, it looks like Maximus is in a terrible position. He just got sideswiped by both Fluffy and Andreu. Ended up losing those Marauders. I'm not sure if he had a support tower or not. I can check after these engagements. I just want to try to stay on the action as much as possible. Let's see if this air is going to do anything on Vince. No, it doesn't. Instead, what we have is a little bit of a sandwich. He does get the recall, though, so able to get out in time, and Maximus pushing the pressure on Vince. He did have him pinned up against the wall. Alright, so let's take a look. He did have a support tower. Don't know if he had the energy at the time. He probably didn't. So unfortunately unable to get those Marauders out of there. Whoa, big drop. Oh no, this could be really bad for your mom. His siege tanks could be in a lot of trouble. But wait, are they even being focused? Okay, one of them went down. That was an incredibly effective defense from your mom. That was fantastic. Let's take a look at the points. Fluffy was actually in the lead before that engagement by a good margin against your mom, but somehow he was able to stave off that fight, and Fluffy's army was basically eliminated. He's down to only 193 supply, so that was very, very cost effective for your mom. He is still behind, but he may be able to catch up from that engagement. And Fluffy now getting rid of the detection at that front side of the base. Meanwhile, Maximus with his slowly rebuilt Marauders. But what was this? He stimmed in, and Andreu just had the concave. That was no good for Maximus. He should have stayed on that hill. In fact, I'm not even sure why he was stutter-stepping into Phantoms. A little bit of a pro tip for you guys. You don't want to stutter-step into ranged units unless you have a frontline army. And he did not. So, if you have ranged units, especially with Splash, range is your advantage. And so now that the army is all healed up, your mom is coming back out. Let's see if he decides to purchase the third siege tank. He only has 2 left. I think he will, actually. He did siege up. No, he did not purchase that third siege. He does have enough to, I believe. I'm not quite sure how it costs. Unfortunately, I'm unable to see it because I'm just a silly obs. I will have to check that next time that I play. If anybody in chat happens to know the cost of a tank, please let me know. Gymshark versus Maximus. Let's take a look at the points. Maximus is actually coming out on top. It looks like those Marauders doing serious damage despite losing them against Andreu. They are coming out on top. In fact, Fluffy even wanting a piece of it. And again, Maximus, dude. Dude. No, stop it. He just lost his Marauders. Good job, Fluffy. I mean, shit, dude. That was brutal. Didn't even read him his last rites or anything. Just straight up killed him. A lot of Seeker missiles going down. In fact, he even used a Seeker on the siege tank. That is going to damage it a little bit, but not very effective. And it looks like the last savior, oh no, coming out from your mom. That is no bueno. That's going to leave his defenses a little bit open. So we might see a bunker go down. We probably will see a missile turret. But Fluffy seems to be the master at dropping with those Garias. So very strong. Seeker missile does go down on Andreu's army, and once again, Maximus fighting a losing battle. What the hell is he doing? Like, I'm so glad that he's in the lead, because I like seeing Marauders succeed, but losing them like this, he could have an even bigger lead if he didn't sacrifice them like that. That is so strange. Whoops. I do not know what happened there. I apologize, guys. Alright, so a drop going down from Gymshark. Actually, a savior. He does scan. He does not get Maximus's ghost with the savior, but with the scan still activated, he did drop and he did get that ghost. And this would have been a good engagement had the double DT gotten a Void Prism down. Now they're in kind of an awkward position. He has to be careful though, he could lose that Medi. And Kantz is still choosing to stay, which is so interesting. His DTs are not in position. There we go, now they are in front. And this could be bad. Oh no, just lost everything. Oh, even the Medi. The DTs will be able to survive. But damn, that was so brutal. Speaking of brutal, this is so interesting. Okay, so XCal with the air, deciding to go with the double Dark Templar. So that is really interesting. Your mom kind of stimming up everything, didn't need to do that. He does now have Trip Siege Tank, but again, they're just kind of chilling out at base, making them a little ineffective. And again, Maximus with that strange movement. Just I get that he wanted to get the Medibay, but guys, why don't you focus the units instead of losing your units? It's doubly not worth it. Again, stutter stepping when he doesn't need to. He was close enough. So I do have to give it to him for being in first, but I guess I'm being a stickler and commenting on his control, because as you can see, his lead will not survive so long as he keeps losing his unit supply, and that's exactly what's happening. He is starting to lose his advantage. Huge drop coming down on the starport. It will be shut down. In fact, oh no, Vince could possibly lose this air if he's not careful. But I tell you what was effective, it looks like that drop was actually quite effective. Because now Excal's supply is pretty low. You gotta remember, some of that supply is the DTs. So he does need to rebuild his supply. I would love to see him at least 600. Because the more supply, the better you will be. General rule of thumb. In fact, as we saw in that last game, those voids, oh my gosh, voids are so good versus structures. And look at this, oh my gosh, the snipe went down on the Medi, double void prison, and with the air, and with the recall. That was a sick combo. Gave him the 1, the 2, and the 3. Fluffy even giving a little smile from that. I would too. Siege tanks now at 5 attack. They just, oh man, they just completely annihilated that guy. That poor dude. He didn't even see it coming. So here we go. Now we have Maximus versus Fluffy. Kance is here to try to take the high ground. Gymshark is ready to drop. He tries to be cautious with his drop because Maximus is here. He didn't want to feed too much, but unfortunately he got too close. And Maximus, with that position, no stutter step required. All he had to do was stand there and attack, and that splash did the rest. Yeah, I did say that some of that supply is the DT. In US, the DTs do take supply. Do they not take supply in EU? So if my stream is lagging for you guys, I am sorry. I did bump up the bit rate just a teeny tiny bit. I was at 1500, I'm now at 2000. The reason for that is if I have a higher bit rate, it'll cut down on the pixelation, and it also looks better on YouTube so that the rest of the viewing audience who was unable to attend can watch it later in all of its HD glory. Look at this drop from Fluffy. I think Maximus has a nice concave here. He is going to lose some troops in the front, but that is going to force Fluffy from the back. Oh no, Void Prism does go down. Oh no! Maximus, if he had gone forward, he would have definitely got that Medi. Easy peasy. And look at all these destroyers. I like this. Your mom playing very defensively. He's keeping his army supply up. Let's take a look at Excal. Oh, Excal, you're killing me, boy. Yeah. He is now down to 350 supply. Taking a look at the points. He has air, and he has no advantage. 9,495 points. That's so frustrating. If you play air, guys, keep the supply. Let this be the lesson. Don't let lack of supply happen to you. Interesting drop by Game Shark. Is it going to be effective, though? I don't know. He has very few destroyers up here on top. So now with the extra drop-in, even despite the extra drop-in, oh my gosh, those destroyers were able to kill the Medi. That, I was not expecting that. Nice play by your mom. We could have a drop coming in from Kance. I don't think it's going to be that effective, though. Yep, too many units there for Gymshark. Didn't even matter. He didn't care. He says, drop me all you want, boy. Not even a problem. But Maximus is a problem, and he has such a good position here. In fact, if units keep trying to go up here, they're going to be in trouble. But the nice drop coming down getting as close as possible so that that splash damage doesn't even matter. Okay, oh look, finally we have some good supply by XCal. 540 supply, that's what I'm talking about. Hopefully he can keep that supply going up, up, up. And in a good engagement, he should be able to wipe out just about anything that he fights. A rather ineffective drop by Game Shark. Or I'm sorry, Gym Shark. Oh, but we have a savior. Oh, it completely destroyed those armies. Not a single unit was lifted up, and then they were cleaned out by That was an excellent savior. A bit of a risky move, but it ended up paying off. Nice job by Conce. Let's take a look at the points. He is still a little bit behind, though. His partner is ahead by about 1,000 points over the other players. In some cases, much, much more. And XCal now keeping a very respectable army supply. Wait a minute. Oh no, some of that is Marines. Gross. So this is a lie, guys. He probably has like closer to 500 supply. That sucks. Still, 500 supply is much better than, you know, friggin' 300 supply that he had. So he does have the Marines there to try to absorb a little bit of damage to protect his starport. And he's going to be able to protect it no problem. In fact, he does still have those double DTs. So in case things get dicey, he can always Void Prism to protect that air. Let's see if he decides to use it against Fluffy. It looks like the Destroyers are going to have no problem versus the Goliaths. They're actually very comfortable fighting Goliaths. He did end up stimming all of them, though, so they're all going to have a cooldown. A big drop from Conce, very successful, but then even a retaliation from Fluffy, cleaning out some of Conce's units there. Maximus not too far behind. And oh no, this could be terrible for XCal if he loses too much supply. And he does. No. XCal, why? Oh no. XCal is down to like 150 supply-ish. Or I'm sorry, 250 supply-ish. Down from at least 500 or so. So he just lost half of his army there. And that just makes me sad. I love seeing air, it's just... it's heartbreaking when all that supply disappears. A Colossus? Who got a Colossus? Oh, that's interesting. Your mom knows we ended up getting a Colossus. That is so strange. I don't even think he needed it. He has the Hybrid Destroyers. I don't think he needed the Colossus at all. But I welcome the Chibis. I would love to see double Chibi. Oh, please get the double Chibi. Do you guys want to see Chibi Kahlo? I want to. Ooh, being kind of dangerous with this. Fluffy does have a savior still. That was a little risk. It seemed like he was trying to bait out some of the units there. No, he's losing more supply. Stop it. XCal does not apparently watch my stream. if he did, he would know that I bitch at players who do this. It's good that he's definitely attacking. He's trying to stay in, but damn. It's so hard to do anything when your supply is at, like, basically 300. A lot of that strength is gone. Holy bejeebus lag. And look at this, Andreu actually sandwiching Maximus. Oh no, they could be in trouble. He is getting attacked from the top as well. And very wisely, Maximus comes to support his army, but look at that, Gymshark is going to be able to get the rest of these guys, and oh no, just like that, they melt. And why? Maximus, why are you doing this? Again, he pushes in, he tries to, like, stutter step Andreu. Stop it! Has he not learned his lesson? Okay, so now that there is a lull, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Maximus still has a lead. He's got about 2,000 over Fluffy, who is in second. And third... Actually, no, I'm sorry, he is in third. Andreu has just pushed forward into second. So those are going to be the big superpowers. Followed by quite a distance is Xcal. But that is understandably slow because somebody keeps losing his supply. Alright, so we are at the 1 hour mark, which means this is sudden death mode. And it looks like already taking middle early is going to be your mom. He is going to get that little trickle. 100 minerals every 20 seconds. That doesn't seem like much, but it adds up. And there's a chibi! Oh, he's up good. I'm gonna love chibi. So excited about that. The Chibi Kahlo. I hope he gets 2 of them. Please get 2 of them. Big engagement happening. There is a ghost here. He could be a little bit exposed. The drop does go down. And lag. Whoa, there was some lag. He was able to run away without being focus fired. Maximus does come from behind to reinforce. There is a double drop down because there was a risk of losing the Medi, but he did lose the Medi regardless. And Xcal, please... Can somebody message this guy and yell at him, tell him to get his army supply up to like 900. He could keep his army supply so high if he had that strength in numbers. Someone message him and say, hey Xcal, Reiji is yelling at you to boost your supply before you attack. Nah, don't do that. That would be kind of cheating. So do it. Look at this, holy supply. Bottom left has a huge supply. They are holding middle, and Kantz is up on that hill, which means that bottom left is going to get our little trickle.
Our allies are being attacked.
And that's
Upgrade
starting to
complete.
put Kantz in a little bit of a lead over some of the other
Our
players.
allies'
Slowly but
forces
surely.
are under attack.
There is a drop that goes down from Kantz. He does hold it. He does fend it off. And where's those chibis? Oh, he got chibis or double chibis. They're so cute. They're so tiny. A lot of fighting happening middle. Fluffy versus Maximus. Maximus versus Fluffy. Who will win? It looks like it's actually going to be Gymshark who tries to take middle, but he has to be careful of the Chibi Colossus. They are so strong. Look at him go. Zap, zap, zaroo. Everything is fucked. Double Chibi, the strongest in the world. Uh-oh. But those siege tanks so strong, even the DT, no! The double DT were able to get the jump on the Chibi. No. Guys, please take a moment of silence for the Chibi. Our fallen hero. Is he gonna get another one? I don't know. Let's take a look. I don't see it. I don't think he's gonna get another one, boys. I guess that's just gonna make this one last Chibi all the more precious. Oh boy. So we have the Dark Archon coming out from Kant's. Now, that's so interesting considering that he went the Temple Marine play. We did see him do this last game, and it was not to great effect. This time, however, Maximus, his partner, is very, very strong. So being able to utilize that with his partner could prove to be very, very effective. And oh no, there's a huge drop coming in from Vince. He was able to get the compound. He did sneak out of there. Getting that compound was huge. There's so much lag because there's so much fighting going on here. Oh my gosh, there's a drop from Cons. It wasn't effective. The drop from Vince, however, super effective. Because it costs so much to rebuild that. Instead, he's training that Dark Archon. I think that might have been a little bit of a mistake. He is going to have to save up now. Okay, now he has no choice but to fight. So it looks like Gymshark accidentally attacked his own command center there. I'm not sure why. But Kant's so strong, he's pushing forward. Meanwhile, he's getting attacked. Oh, I want to switch cameras. Okay, I'm going to switch. Okay, I'm going to switch back. Because I think Gymshark has been eliminated. Fluffy has been eliminated as well. GG's are called. Gymshark is now trying to get as much money as he can. He needs to stay away from Maximus, though. Oh, he has to do some serious splitting in order to avoid the splash. And what is he doing? Oh, he didn't help his partner. Oh no, I honestly think that if he would have done some correct splits there, I think his partner could have tanked a lot of the damage there. Oh, there they are, the double chibi, so cute. Whenever they do an attack, their cheeks kind of light up. It looks like they have little painted faces. The most adorable fucking heroes in the world. There they go, look at them. Their little cheeks. Their little glowy cheeks. And now it's down to only 3 players, with Maximus having a shitload of money. This is my stream. I'm gonna love those chibis whether you want it or not. I can't help it. You gotta understand, we don't have chibis in US, and chibi was super fun to play back in the day. So there's a nostalgia factor, If you don't like it, you can just get out. Look at all these scans going down. Xcal does have a tiny bit of a split. Not quite enough, though. I would split it up even more because Maximus is such a huge threat. In fact, if I was him, I would just keep getting... I wouldn't even get the Marine upgrades because you don't really need it. The Shrapnel upgrades would be more than enough to stop the air. So strong. And here they go. He is trying to defend that Chibi. But look at this. He's kind of clumped up a little bit. He has to be careful of the Maelstrom, and he is going to lose all that supply. Oh my gosh. How did it survive? Oh, you know what? I think Kant's blocked Maximus. That's what it was. He ended up blocking him. You missed Chibi too? It's because Chibi is awesome. If you don't want me to talk about him, stop bringing it up. Because I'll talk about Chibi all day. You know what? With this lag, though, I'm pretty sure Xcal could possibly lose these air units if he's not careful. He is down to... looks like about 600 supply. So, luckily, he is fighting with his partner, which means that they are super strong, super effective. Usually when teams get on top of one another like that, it's never ever good, but when you have air, you can do it to great effect. And where is he? Oh no, he might be a little bit too late. He is. His partner has lost a little bit of his army. And it looks like the Maelstrom does go down. He does lose one Phoenix. The Phoenix out of range to lift off that hero. Maximus super strong here. It looks like that siege tank barely holding on. Oh no, and it's kind of blocking the other units a little bit. Here we go. Now we have a nice split happening. We could see... Ooh. 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 Oh, but the Maelstrom does go down on a majority of those units on the right side. Meanwhile, there is a ton of air coming in from the left. He is able to pick off the hero. The siege tanks do stay. And just like that, he loses a little bit of supply from just 2 volleys from Maximus. Those Marauders, so freaking strong. But crazy enough, Maximus's siege tanks are still standing despite that air split. Here comes the Chibi. Just one, though. I don't know if there's 2. I don't see the other one. Ooh, the siege tanks were finally eliminated. He does do a recall, and Xcal's split kind of broken up a little bit. But this righteous split with the double DT is going to be sick if he can get it off, and I hope that he gets those siege tanks as well. Might even say screw it and go after the Dark Archon, who does have 5 attack. That is really strong. He does 360 damage per volley. Oh no, that Chibi could be in trouble. If he overextends, this could be bad. And here he comes with the air. He does get the surround, but he's alone. He wisely backs out. That is exactly what I would have done, because he was alone. And oh no, Maximus! Oh no, he's gonna lose everything! There it goes. Oh, and he does blink out. He was so going to lose everything to Maximus. He did lose both of those DTs. It is a cutie cute Chibi, I'm telling ya. Your mom losing those units. Oh my gosh, Maximus is just getting so strong. They're still holding middle. They're getting all this trickle. And I'm pretty sure that they are going to win. I mean, there's really nothing that's going to stop them. Vince does have double Medevac, you know what they're probably trying to do. They're gonna cause some mischief. Excal was still able to retain at least some of his army supply. 900 would be better than 500. It would be double the damage, essentially. So, let's see if he will finally save up. Finally. I mean, I do get why they're trying to make some plays. A little bit here, a little bit there is fine, but he has to be so careful. And I wouldn't even fight Maximus. I'd be fighting something else. Hint, hint. Trying to get this money. Another Colossus has entered the field. I think that makes 2. Oh! But in an instant, it was sniped. The chibi. Goodbye, chibi. It will be missed. Excal not paying attention to his air. He's losing it left and right. There goes about 50, maybe 100 supply. I couldn't see what his original supply was. But it doesn't look like it matters that much because Excal is pushing in on the bottom, and I think he's going to succeed. This is the laggiest shit I've ever seen in the whole entire world. There we go. The lag has finally subsided. And, yep, that's going to be it. I'm pretty much sure that Team 1 has this one in the bag. If they somehow lose, that's going to be pretty crazy. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's take a look at the points, and you'll see quite clearly why. I mean,
are in combat.
this is pretty much, this is over, dude.
Our allies are in combat.
Oh my god, language. Oh, I said shit, guys. Oh my gosh. Somebody call the FCC. Somebody call the police. Okay? Get some feminists in here. Shit, some social justice warriors. Pretty much, you know, get anybody from College Humor. Excal coming in with the sneaks. It's gonna be shot down. It's over.